All people have dreams in life. Many young kids dream of being rocket scientists, pro athletes, astronauts, and actors. However, many of these dreams change. My dream when I was growing up was to one day own a professional football team. And this dream, I would still love for this dream to come true. However, it is probably impossible. But thanks to fantasy football, my dream, I can kind of live out my dream. Fantasy football has made many football fans' dreams come true. Now, let me explain what fantasy football is for those who do not know. Basically, what you do is you join a league of other owners and of the teams, and you have a draft. And in the draft, there's about 13 rounds, and you will draft players from different positions, such as quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end, kicker, and defense. Now you draft these players to be on your fantasy football team, and what you do is it's head-to-head against other owners, and you'll set up your lineups, which you start a quarterback, 2 running backs, 3 wide receivers, a kicker, tight end, and a defense. And whoever has the most points at the end wins against the other owners. And the points are done by how well your players perform based on their statistics. I was introduced to fantasy football about 3 or 4 years ago when I joined a league in my high school. I really loved it and I got into it right away. And now I'm just going to give you a few tips on how to be successful in fantasy football, the things you should do and the things you shouldn't do. Alright, for the things that you do, first thing is you need to prepare for your draft. And that includes using a cheat sheet. And what cheat sheets are basically all the statistics of all the players that are going to be in the draft, quarterbacks, running backs, such as so forth. And cheat sheet, something like this from Sports Illustrated, they made a fantasy football guide that gives you all the stats of all the players and the projections. These things can be really helpful when you prepare for your draft. The third thing you want to do is you always need to be active in your league. That means like every week you need to update your lineups and be active in the free agency market, because not all the good players' statistics are always drafted every year, and there's always players that step up in the National Football League, and those players usually on the free agent list. You need to be active in acquiring those players for your team. Fourth thing is just have depth on your team. Don't just have a few good players. You need to have a lot of really good players, because people always get injured in the NFL, so you need more depth. The things you do not want to do, don't draft the players on your favorite team. This could be a big temptation for people that love the players on their team, but they'll probably always overvalue their talent. Second thing is don't draft several players from the same team, because when you do that, they take away from each other's stats, and when it comes to the bye weeks, you'll have a limited amount of players to play for your team, and you'll probably lose that week. Third one is forget to manage your team. If you do that, obviously you're not going to be successful in the league. And the final thing is don't make bad trades. All the other owners are going to be tempted to just try to make cheapskate you on all your trades. You just need to research those and make sure that you have a good trade, and it's not a bad trade or anything. Many people have hobbies in life, and such as fishing, boating, golf, or bull riding. I love fantasy football, and it's a hobby of mine, and fantasy football helps me live out my dream of owning a professional football team.